Welcome back, everybody. Matt and the Bat here. Hope you're doing well. So, we have a new Jake Gyllenhaal movie out. One of my favorite actors in Hollywood. As I've said many times before, he's in my top 6 favorite actors. I have a slew of his movies, almost all of them, except maybe a couple I still don't have. But overall, he's one of my favorite actors. You say the name Jake Gyllenhaal, and I come running. And so we have a new movie out. This is directed by Guy Ritchie. And you know what? I used to not be a Guy Ritchie fan. I don't know. I don't like his Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. Never been a fan of those. I don't know why. And I actually never really saw his earlier movies like Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, etc. etc. But it wasn't until 2017 with this film King Arthur, when Eric Bana was in that movie, the dude from Sons of Anarchy, and I really liked it. I thought that was a really fun movie. It was a really interesting, cool, creative take on King Arthur. Javon Hansu was in there. It was a really interesting take on the King Arthur lore legend. And I enjoyed that movie. And at that time they announced that he was going to be doing Aladdin. And after seeing that King Arthur movie, I was like, you know what? He would actually be a great choice to do Aladdin. And then sure enough, in 2019 we got Aladdin. And I think Aladdin is one of the better Disney animated live action movies that Disney has put out. I think other than for how they handled Jafar, I don't know why they didn't make him the villain that he was in the animated movie. I guess it's Disney not going that route anymore of older men going after young teenagers. Jasmine being a young adult teenager in the animated film. That could be the reason. But anyway, I mean, you can do that with story and change it up a little bit. Make Jasmine a little bit older. But anyway, that was really the only gripe of that movie was Jafar. And then he came out in 2020 right before the pandemic with The Gentleman, with Matthew McConaughey, Colin Farrell, and so many other actors were in that movie. That was a really, really good movie. Matthew McConaughey being a real badass in that film. And then in 2021, he had The Wrath of Man with Jason Statham. And that was a very good movie. They had like Josh Hartnett in there. But at that time, I hadn't seen Josh Hartnett in a movie in since Pearl Harbor. When he got killed. When Danny got killed. That was the last time I saw Josh Hartnett. And Wrath of Man is an awesome movie, if you haven't seen that movie. And now he's out with the new movie, The Covenant, with Jake Gyllenhaal. And like I said, so far, now I hear the name Guy Ritchie, and I go, I'm running. So here we go, let's get into the movie right now. The Covenant, positives. Jake Gyllenhaal once again to me, he's been one of my favorite actors for such a long time. And ever since really 2013, for the past 10 years, he's been knocking it out of the park time and time again. It's almost like he had that moment like some actors do where they do these movies, these blockbusters, these rom-coms and whatever, and then they finally decide, you know what, I need to change up my career. I need to go in a different direction. I need to change it up. And ever since 2013, Jake Gyllenhaal, from when he did Prisoners, and then Nightcrawler, and so on and so forth, he keeps pushing the envelope. Nocturnal Animals, and so many other films that he's done. Even last year doing a Michael Bay film, Ambulance, I liked him in that. And here in The Covenant, he is excellent in this movie. I love him because this time he plays a lot more subtle of a role. like he's the main guy. He's the main military or army leader. I mean, let's go there. I don't know military. You know what? I'm not in the military. No. He's the main guy. He's the man. You know, he's the man. He plays a lot more subtle role. Like, we've seen him go a little crazy and like Nightcrawler and stuff like that. We see him, you know, go a little, I don't know what to say over the top, but have that, you know, crazy maniac mentality. Like even in last year's Ambulance. Here he really plays a very subtle role. He has one scene in particular when he's talking to his like captain or leader, you know, his boss, if you will. And he is a very powerful scene, and he's, you know, he's emotional, and I mean, you really buy it, you really believe, like, the character he's playing in this. And, like, there are times that I don't even see Jake Gyllenhaal in the movie because he really embodied this character. And like I said, I think this is one of his, in fact, I would say even, this is probably one of his best performances. And and don't get me wrong, he's had a lot of great performances lately. But this would be up there to me as one of his very best performances. He's just great in the movie. And also, I forgot to mention when it comes to Jake Gyllenhaal, it's also nice to see Jake Gyllenhaal go back to doing another post 9/11 war film. He hasn't done one since Jarhead in 2005. And that had Jamie Foxx was in that one. Very good movie. Then the other actor, Salim, I want to say that's how you say it. I might be saying the first name completely off. D-A-R. There is the R silent, and then Salim. Probably. He is also, I've never seen this actor before. He plays the interpreter. He helps interpret what the Muslims are saying and he interprets to the military, Jake Gyllenhaal and his comrades. And this guy is excellent. Like I said, I've never seen this actor before. He is a great presence on screen. He knows how to command the screen. His scenes with Jake Gyllenhaal are great. You really buy that. As the movie goes along, you really start to buy that relationship between them. That by the end, you're like, yeah, these guys are going to be friends forever. And since this is based on a true story, they are. In real life. The real people. So, I mean, I hope we see more of this actor. Because I've never seen this actor before, and he gives an amazing performance. I love how this movie is very different from Guy Ritchie films. It doesn't have the quick dialogue, the sharp banter, witty dialogue that he's known for like Sherlock Holmes, even in The Gentleman, King Arthur. He also doesn't have that quick editing like he has. This is a very more subtle directorial film of Guy Ritchie's. In fact, if you didn't know that Guy Ritchie directed this movie, you would never think it was a Guy Ritchie film. It's completely different from his other movies. So I think Guy Ritchie handled this really nice and focusing more on character, focusing on the character of Jake Gyllenhaal and this Salim and his family. I think it really shows that Guy Ritchie really took the time and really wanted to tell this story, I guess, as accurate as you can. You never know with movies how accurate they really are. And we're really rather than, Guy Ritchie trying to add his blend of, humor or his blend of dialogue like he does in his movies. You can tell this was very much no, I want to treat this material, as truthful and as real as possible. And that's what you get out of this movie. It's a very story-driven, and I like this story, this is a post 9/11 movie, and I don't mean like, this movie takes place part of this movie takes place, a couple months to a year after 9/11 happened, and then it jumps ahead. I think this actually happened like in 2018, this actual event that happens in the movie, but you see some stuff at the beginning that is right after 9/11, and we haven't seen that many post 9/11 movies in a while. After 9/11, it was like, oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another one. And it's been a while since we got in those post 9/11 movies. And I like now this one told a post 9/11 movie, but from this perspective that we haven't seen it between this interpreter. There's people out there that, hey, can you interpret what this guy's saying? I don't know. I had that at my last job. Someone came in speaking Spanish or whatever. I don't know what they're saying. One of you people that knows how to speak English and Spanish, translate. Okay. And this was a different story of these interpreters that are literally almost hired by the U.S. military for them to go on their missions and interpret what these other people, these Muslims, Taliban, are saying. And I thought that was interesting. I've never seen that before. I've seen a lot of post 9/11 movies. Nothing like this. The action, there's not much action, but when there is, it's intense. And I love how the action scenes are very suspenseful. You're actually on the edge of your seat. Because you're like, oh no, what's going to happen? Oh no. It keeps you on the edge, and I like that. Into the negatives. My only negative about this movie is, when we get into the second act, when we see Jake Gyllenhaal with his family, I'll just say that, when he's home with his family, I wish they spent a little bit more time with the family and with him kind of getting back into things and getting his mind right again. I'm not saying spend like 20 minutes on that, but if they spent like maybe a little more time with the family, with the kids, he never spends really any time with his kids, I would have liked to see a little bit longer of that, played out a little bit. A little more family time, if you will. But other than that, I think this is an excellent movie. Other than Jake Gyllenhaal is excellent, Salim is excellent. I think this is another really great Guy Ritchie film. Very different from any other Guy Ritchie film he's done. And I think that it shows he really respected the material and the true story. So I would give this like a 4.5 out of 5. I think it was a very good movie. Highly recommended. If you're a fan of Jake Gyllenhaal, Guy Ritchie, or post 9/11 war films, I think you're going to really enjoy this movie. Anyway, Matt the Bad here. Let me know, did you see The Covenant? And if so, what did you think?